and welcome to Technology Tap. I'm Professor J Rod. In this episode, we'll talk about the new CompTIA Network Plus exam, and also we'll talk a little bit about spanning tree protocols. Let's get to it. All right. Welcome back, guys. Hope you're having a beautiful summer. Summer already started. School's out officially here on the East Coast. So the high schoolers are out. Though I did see some in my local high school. Teachers' parking lot was packed, so I guess they're still working. Anyway, let's talk about the new Network Plus exam, which is called officially called N10-009. It's the latest version of CompTIA's Network Plus certification, and it's replacing the 008 exam. Both exams cover fundamental networking skills, but they are different in content, emphasis, structure, and updates to reflect current industry practices and technologies. Let's compare the two. So for the Network Plus 9, network fundamentals makes up 24%, network implementation is 19, network operations 16, security 19, troubleshooting 22. When the 008, network fundamentals cover 20%, implementation is 25, operations 20, security 20, troubleshooting 15. So more emphasis on troubleshooting and fundamentals than anything else. That has gone up. Implementation has gone down 6%. Operations has gone down 4%. Even security, which I'm a little surprised, went down 1%. So what are the updated contexts, new technologies, trends, and the Network Plus exam number 9 includes updated content on emerging technologies such as SD-WAN, 5G, and advanced network security techniques. Cloud and virtualization, both exams cover cloud concept, but 9 has more emphasis on modern cloud architecture and virtualization techniques. Security, while both cover network security, 9 includes updated content on security practices such as zero trust models and newer security protocols. Network implementations focus on more practical implementations, including configuring and managing network devices and understanding wireless networks. 8 had a broader focus on theoretical aspects and basic configurations. Network troubleshooting, greater emphasis on the practical troubleshooting skills using contemporary tools and method, while 8 included foundational troubleshooting, but with less focus on hands-on real world scenarios compared to number 9. So I see that as a good thing if they're going to have more real life scenarios in the exam, because that's what, employers are looking for that. And even the students, they want to, be able to study that. So that way they can, use it in real life and on the exam. So that's pretty good. Exam format and difficulty. Both exams have a similar format, including multiple choice questions, drag and drop activities, and performance-based simulations, or the PBQs as we call it. However, 9 may have updated scenarios and simulations to reflect current industry environments. Industry standards and protocols. 9 reflects the latest industry standards and best practice, ensuring that certified individuals are up to date with the current network technologies and protocol. While 8 is still relevant, some standards and practice covered might be slightly outdated compared to number 9. Preparing for this exam, if you are deciding which exam to take or preparing for one, consider the following. And remember, I think this one came out the number 9 came out June 20th, 2024. But they'll both run parallel for 6 months. So if you're studying for the 8, you can still take it. You have until maybe December to take it. November, December. I'll find out the exact date. But you can still take it. So if you're studying for 8, continue studying it for it as long as you're going to take the exam soon, right? Don't wait too long, to take the exam. So, study resources, use up-to-date study materials specifically designed for 9. Books, online courses, practice exams, and hands-on lab can help. Focus on the new content. Pay particular attention to the new technologies and trend covered in 9. Practical experience. Gain hands-on experience with networking equipment and configurations, as practical knowledge is critical for both exams, but is more emphasized in Network Plus 9. By understanding these differences and focusing on the updated content, you can better prepare for your Network Plus exam, and that best aligns with current industry standards and practice. So, if you're planning on taking the Network Plus exam, good luck. It's, I found it a little bit more difficult, honestly, than Security Plus back when I took it. I just felt that Security Plus was more memorization than anything else. If you knew the definitions of a lot of stuff, you could answer the questions, right? But you really had to know the definitions. If you didn't know the definitions, then you were out of luck. But if you knew the definitions, you can, you can figure it out. So, all right. Before we continue with Wrapping Tree, I just want to give a shout out to, I had 5 of my students take their Security Plus exam a couple of weeks back, and they all on May 31st, actually. And they all passed, so big shout out to them. You know who you are. Also, a couple of my students in my A+ course emailed me and told me that they passed the A+. So shout out to them. They know who they are. I don't know if they're listening, but shout out to them. So again, listen, we're making real changes, right? That's my goal, is, making real changes, helping students, being able to help them with this process. It's not easy. And then hopefully now they're able to get jobs, good paying jobs. That way, we can, celebrate together, right? I get a free dinner, I think, if they get a job. So that's par for the course, as they know. But listen, you can do it. If you're listening to this and you're studying for the A+, Network Plus, Security Plus, any exam, you can do it. You just got to concentrate. Just concentrate, and you can do it. Have faith in yourself. And as I always said, the one thing, especially A+, the one thing that you have to remember is, if you're waiting to get 100% ready, you might never get there. So sometimes it's just worth a shot, just the gamble to go and take it. I know it's easier said than done because the exams are expensive. But sometimes you got to take a chance. You got to take a chance on yourself. Be confident in yourself that, okay, I got it. So that's my advice to you. All right. Spanning tree protocol. So spanning tree protocol is designed to prevent network loops in Ethernet networks by creating loop-free logical topology. It achieves this by dynamically identifying and disabling redundant paths in networks. So how does it work? There's a root bridge election. All switches or routers in the network participate in election of a root bridge, the central reference point of the spanning tree. The switch with the lowest bridge ID, it's a combination of priority and MAC address, becomes the root bridge. So how do the path cost calculation? Each switch calculates the shortest path to the root bridge based on path cost, which considers factors like bandwidth. The election of the root bridge in the spanning tree protocol is a fundamental process to determine the central reference point for the spanning tree topology. Here's how the election works. Bridge ID. Each switch in the network has a unique bridge ID, which is used to determine the root bridge. The bridge ID consists of 2 parts. bridge priority, a configurable value with a default of 32.768. Lower values have higher priority. Then we have the MAC address, the unique hardware address of the switch. Those are the two bridge ID parts. So then initialization, initially each switch assumes itself to be the root bridge and sends out bridge protocol data units or BPDUs within it with its own bridge ID. Switches exchange BTUs to compare bridge ID. Each BPDU contains the bridge ID of the switch it originated from, along with information about the best path to the current assumed root bridge. When a switch receives a BPDU with a lower bridge ID than its own, it updates its own BPDU to reflect the lower bridge ID and forwards this updated BPDU to its neighbors. This process continues until all switches agree on the switch with the lowest bridge ID, which then becomes the root bridge. So for example, if you have 3 switches A, B, and C, and I'm just gonna make up some numbers here. So if one, it's a long number, so I'll just give you like the last 4 digits. So bridge ID is A, switch A, the bridge ID is 3344. Switch B bridge ID is 5566, and bridge C bridge ID is 7788. So if switch A, B, and C start sending BPDUs, they will compare their bridge IDs. Switch A will see that it has the lowest bridge ID and consider itself the root bridge. Switch B and switch C will receive switch A BPDU and recognize that switch A has a lower bridge ID than theirs. They will stop considering themselves as the root bridge and forward switch A's BPDU. Switch A with the lowest bridge ID is elected as the root bridge. All switches in the network will now recognize switch A as their root bridge and adjust their paths accordingly. By using the bridge ID to elect the root bridge, STP ensures a deterministic and consistent method for establishing the root of a spanning tree, thereby maintaining a loop-free and efficient network topology. So that's how we determine what the root bridge is, right? And it's always been, there's a video on YouTube that the guy, I forgot his name, I'll look it up. But the guy perfectly explains how the root bridge works. And he uses animation for it, right? Which is a lot of ways makes it a lot easier because you visually you see it. But yeah, so that's how it works. Port roles, ports are assigned roles based on their position relative to the root bridge. Root port, the port with the lowest cost path to the root bridge. You have your designated port, a port that forwards traffic towards a specific network segment. Block port, a port that does not forward frames to prevent loops, right? And then that's what helps your network. BPDU exchange, switches exchange bridge protocol data units to share information about path calls and bridge IDs. BPDUs help maintain and update the spanning tree topology. And then topology changes. STP can adapt to changes in the network by recalculating the spanning tree to ensure loop-free connectivity. There's variants of STP. You have rapid spanning tree protocol, an improvement over STP, providing faster convergence time. Multiple spanning tree protocol allows multiple spanning trees to exist within a single network, enabling load balance and more efficient use of network resources. Benefits of using STP in router loop prevention ensures a loop-free network topology, preventing broadcast storms and other issues caused by loops. Redundancy allows for redundant links and paths, enhancing network resistance and fault tolerance. Dynamic adaptation automatically adjusts to changes in the network topology, maintaining optical paths for data transmission. By using STP and its variants, routers can effectively manage complex network topologies, ensuring efficient and reliable data transmissions while preventing potential network failures due to loops. And loops will kill you, will kill your network. So we don't want that. All right. We're going to continue on our next episode. We're going to continue the summer series on the student summer series on hacking. We got a good one by a bunch of students that did a really good one. And that one's going to be in English. The other one, the first one that we did was in Spanish, very popular. But, you know, I understand that most people, at least a lot of people here, don't speak Spanish maybe or don't understand Spanish. So you didn't listen to it. But it was very popular. Like, I guess it went, the kids sent it out to their friends and you know, it was very good. But the next one will be in English, don't worry. And then you can listen to that exciting summer series. All right, that's going to put a bow on this today. I want to thank everybody for listening, and I hope you learned something about the new network exam and rapid spanning tree. Until next time.